Understanding and engaging your residents with dementia, the danger of withdrawal. Professor Tom Kitwood was instrumental in changing our understanding of dementia. Only a few decades ago, dementia was seen in very medical terms. This meant that the behaviours people displayed, such as wandering, agitation or aggression, were all understood to be caused directly by the damage the disease was having on the brain. Treatment, therefore, was very focused on medication, and the danger was that the person behind the disease was forgotten. Kitwood helped us understand that how someone experiences dementia is not just related to the damage the disease can have on the brain. Psychological factors, such as somebody's personality and life history, as well as social factors such as the physical environment and the person's relationships, all play an important part in how somebody experiences living with dementia. So it is important to remember that everyone is an individual and no two people will experience dementia in the same way. But what does all this mean? It means that sometimes the way your resident is behaving is not an inevitable consequence of having dementia. It is a response to their environment and the people within their environment. As these are factors that can be influenced, it means that you can make a real difference to the lives of your residents with dementia by understanding their experiences and making sure their needs are being met. Just think for a moment about the residents with dementia you work with. Which residents stand out to you? Are there any you feel concerned about or find challenging to work with? In a busy care home environment, it is often the people who are more assertive and making their needs known that get the attention. But what about the people sitting quietly in the chair staring into space? We need to be careful not to assume that just because someone is being quiet and undemanding that they are okay. Withdrawal is a serious problem and is often a result of feeling isolated and bored. You can help your residents remain engaged with the world around them through knowledge, communication and activity. Think about the residents with dementia that you work with. Do you know about their past jobs, hobbies, places they travel to? What about pets? Were they sociable or an introvert? Preferences do not change just because people grow older. Knowing the stories from a person's life makes it easier to know how to engage them. To find out, read the life history information in the care plan and speak to the residents themselves. Relatives and friends can be a great source too for filling in the gaps. Effective communication is also really important to prevent isolation and boredom. Studies have shown that most encounters between staff and residents with dementia are task-orientated and completed in silence. Fear that you may not understand them and vice versa may tempt you to avoid opportunities to communicate, but this can make someone feel isolated and lead to withdrawal. When talking to someone with dementia, it can be helpful to minimise background noises such as turning off the television, get down to eye level, use simple short sentences and give them time as it will take them longer to process information. Also remember that 90% of communication is non-verbal, and as language becomes more difficult, people with dementia will rely more on this. So don't underestimate how reassuring the tone of your voice, touch of your hand or a smile can be. Also pay careful attention to their facial expression, body posture and tone of voice. It will help you understand what they are feeling and what they like and don't like. Knowing and communicating with your resident will help you keep them engaged with the world around them. Supporting a person with dementia to remain active is not just about a bit of fun or an added extra, it is essential to their health and well-being. Think about what life would be like if there was nothing to look forward to in the day or nobody needed you for anything. Residents with dementia may find it more difficult to initiate activities, but this does not mean they cannot engage in them. Knowing the person well will help you understand which activities are appropriate. Remember though that activity is not just about bingo, music games or other structured leisure activities. An activity can be as simple as brushing their teeth, making the bed or helping lay the table. So think about the tasks you could involve your residents in. And always give the minimum assistance needed. The more you take over the tasks, the more the person is likely to withdraw and feel they are not valued. So in summary, to keep our residents engaged in the world around them, we need to remember that everybody's experiences of dementia is different and influenced by their personality, life history and the environments. Remember that you can influence their experience and help improve their well-being. Remember that withdrawal is a serious problem and is often a response to isolation and boredom. If we can make steps to know the resident better, provide opportunities for meaningful communication and help engage them in activities, then we can help prevent them from becoming withdrawn and enable them to live well with dementia.